Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Chats coming to you with another video ahead of Eurovision 2025. And I thought it would be interesting to look at the numbers, the actual odds for the next Eurovision competition that will come this May in Basel. Perhaps you already seen my prediction videos for this Eurovision. So if you didn't, by the way, you are welcome to watch them. I have a link for them probably down in the comment section. But that was basically my prediction. So what I thought of in terms of how I qualify the songs and also how I feel like internally. So I had some biases there for sure, which I'm probably going to talk about soon. But I thought it would be interesting to go over together the odds, the actual odds, the betting odds for the competition. So obviously I'm using this site, which is which site is this? Eurovisionworld.com. It's a good site kind of to get basic numbers and odds, and they have some good polls and news. So I like this website a lot, and obviously most Eurovision fans probably use it to gain a glance of who's in the top. So what we have here is basically the list for the winning odds for who is going to win the Eurovision competition 2025. So unsurprisingly, I would say Sweden is still at the top with 24% winning chances. It really kind of takes into account all the big betting places, so it's pretty legit, I would say. Austria, amazingly, is, as far as I'm concerned, is second with 22%, very close actually to Sweden. Um, and I think I know why. So Sweden, obviously, with Barbara Bastu, Kai, came up on top from the Swedish national selection. Sweden was already leading that even before it was very clear that Barbara Bastu is going to win, because of course they had a song by Mons for a winner there, and probably most people would think that they would win. In this case, Barbara Bastu kind of take it all and really I say fairly won this competition and are still in the lead. I think the reason why Austria is so high beyond it, JJ obviously has a beautiful voice. Wasted Love is a very nice voice, a very nice song. We didn't see it live, which is interesting. I would suggest that we have to see it live before we can give such high ranking to a song. But I would suggest that probably Austria is that high because most people think it will be a very much um, a judge's pleaser. Basically, the judge parts of the competition is 50%, and I would say that it's fair to say that most judges would love this entry. It's a classic judges song, and probably it has a good chance of getting a lot of points in that section. And then even if it makes like like a average kind of points within the audience, then he has a very high chance of winning, and I'm sure it will have good audience kind of voting for it. So I understand why putting Austria is here is that high, even though I don't think the audience would like it as much as we see here, just because it's clearly a judge's song. It speaks to everything the judge would like people to think about the judge. They want to feel like they are the kind of the holsters of classical and good music. And in that sense, Austria is a classic picker for them. Also, I remember, I think I remember I think 5 years ago or maybe 6 years ago, Austria also won the jury but in the end, it was surprising for everyone. But in the end, obviously, they didn't win the competition itself. So Austria is nice. It's a good bet. French are number three. Interesting. They were number three before Loan's song "The Maman" was published, but after it was published, very kind of few hours later, they went to number four. So there was kind of a disconnect or displeasure from the actual song, even though I really like it and I appreciate how quality it is. It's now back to number three, which makes me feel like it's probably more due to the number three that was before then than actually France itself. But yeah, it's still a quality song, and France didn't win for ages, and at some point they need to catch one, obviously. They are always up there. They're always pretty high in terms of Eurovision. So this could be a long shot for them, even though I don't think they will be probably top of of any kind of a chart. Maybe the jury, but definitely not the audience. So it will be interesting to see what kind of place they're going to make. Israel with Yuval Rafaels and A New Day Will Rise. So they were third up until recently, and they dropped to fourth. I guess it has something to do with the political situation in Israel. So yeah, so probably the bookers think that that will make it harder for Israel to gain kind of sympathy, and that's unfortunate again because it has absolutely nothing to do with the song itself or the show. Um, yeah, we have to see what Yuval has to offer in terms of staging. Israel has brought it very well in the last few years. I thought the staging was really good. Again, I'm a bit biased, but still, I feel like they did a good job. So yeah, so I think fourth place is actually realistic, not only in terms of the betting orders, but also in terms of the actual position. I feel like top five for Israel is realistic. I don't think winning is realistic, to be honest. Again, that's just my opinion. They will probably be very high on the audience scoring, and people keep saying, why should Israel be so high, so forth. I need to keep reminding people that in Eurovision you don't vote against a song. You can only vote for a song. So maybe there are a lot of negative people who don't like Israel, but there are definitely a lot of people who appreciate the song, obviously, but also probably the country, and that's why a positive voting trumps kind of negative feelings because you only vote for positively. You can't vote negatively. You can't vote against a song. You can only vote for a song. You obviously can vote for all the other songs, but that's a bit tricky when you have so many songs. So that's the issue. And obviously, in the jury part, they would probably snub this song for sure. So yeah, it's unfortunate to talk politics in Eurovision, but it always kind of comes by when it comes to Israel, and that's the way it is for the last few years at least. Netherlands with Celavi. So I thought that Celavi is a very good contender. And actually, I believe there was a live version that was out recently. I actually haven't listened to it. I think I should probably. But Netherlands skips staging it in top five, and I think that's a fair staging. Claude is doing a great job, at least in the video that I saw, and I think it's a quality song. Finland, Erika Wickman with Ich komme. I think like she lost a bit of traffic. I think we thought that this one could be a potential winner, and perhaps it still could, but it definitely lost a lot of momentum. The talked about her outfit didn't really do a lot in terms of gaining more traction for this one. Um, Again, this is a quality song. This will for sure qualify, but yeah, I don't feel like the chance of winning are very high, and probably top 10 is the best. Maybe top 5 she can offer. Which brings me kind of to the same point with Tommy Cash and Espresso Macchiato. Again, I thought this one could win. And again, this could be a sleeper winner. This one is definitely catchy. It has the potential of catching the show for everyone. But the odds are not for its favor. I mean, 3% is just 2% away from 1%, and that's basically the percent for almost every other song. So not that high, to be honest. And yeah, that seems to be the case, that the bookies don't see it as something that could actually win it all in the end. And I don't understand it, to be honest. I feel like this one is definitely a crowd pleaser. I think what they're saying is that the jury will not like it, and I can see that. I can see that the jury might feel it to be a bit too shallow. Again, it's funny, it's engaging, it's catchy. It doesn't say anything about anything, right? So that's usually the case, that the songs like this are very popular with the audience, but not so much with the jury, and you need both to win, basically. So Belgium is kind of the other way around. I don't understand Belgium at all. I don't understand how strobe lights is this high. Again, it's only 3%, so actually, when you look at the numbers, it's not that far off any other country. But yeah, I don't get it at all. For my prediction, I didn't put Belgium even qualifying from the semifinal. Don't hate me, Belgium people. I like Belgium for the most part, and I like their songs usually. I have to say though that in the recent years, some of the entries were a bit pretentious, and I feel this one is definitely on in this ball. But again, I guess juries will like it. It's a safe bait, safe kind of choice for a jury to put Belgium high. Nobody will tell you why you chose Belgium. There's no issue with that. So I understand why it's a bit higher than the others. But yeah, Belgium will not win this one. I can bet this. I'm happy to see Albania this high. I'm shocked that Albania is higher than Malta, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Albania, again, I love it. It's they sing in their own language. That duo is very engaging. I think they did a revamp just now. I need to have a look at it probably. But yeah, I'm hopeful that they actually qualify. I'm feeling like they would. But winning, no, I don't see it. No, definitely not. Top 10 for them would be a high note. Ukraine, I really appreciate this song. I feel like it's a quality song, and they're doing well. And Zifferblatt with Birds of Prey. I didn't like the staging. I didn't like the grass and the flowers. But I feel like Ukraine, well, for sure, top 10. Given the sympathy for the country, but also I feel like this is a quality song, so this one would probably be top 10, and and the position 10 in the betting order seems like correct order in this case. Malta, I'm pretty surprised that Malta is that low. I honestly thought that they were that well, now it's called Serving, the song would be higher for Miniana Conte. I really dig it. I feel like it's a great anthem song, and I feel like actually it should be at least up there with Estonia in terms of a country that a song that can potentially get some attraction. But I understand that if the question is whether or not this song is going to win, Malta as a country will find it difficult to win for in any case in any year, and definitely in this one. So I guess that's a reflection of that. And yeah, it is more of a public song than a jury song, and there are a lot of like classic voters for Malta out there. So I can see why this one is lower than I think it should be. Italy is a quality song. I'm not surprised seeing it high, but to be honest, all of the all of the songs from this point on are kind of in the same winning chance bracket. Not on all betting sites, of course, but definitely as you sum around the kind of average. So yeah, I don't see why, for instance, United Kingdom is higher than Czechia. I would do it the other way around for sure. And actually, there are probably a couple of songs I would put before that, like definitely San Marino, Greece, Lithuania. All of those I would put above UK. Yeah, and some that I really like here, like Germany. I don't understand why Germany is lower than the UK, and definitely Norway, which I think is a banger song. So yeah, it's interesting. Just to look at who is the last one. Right, so basically the last one are all under 1%. Um, Montenegro, Nina Zizic's last one, it seems a bit rough. I feel like she's definitely have the more quality than that. I would put probably last ones. Well, we don't have to talk about it because we talk about the winning odds. So maybe in a different video we talk about who will finish the table. But yeah, what do you think about the winning odds? Do you think like they reflect actual reality? Do you think like basically Sweden will take it, or is it as close as they say, and Sweden will and Austria will fight it out for their title? Do you feel like there's a potential surprise here? I feel like it might be. I feel like they might be. Sweden is a very good song, which I like dearly, but maybe some of the voters will feel weird about voting for Sweden again after they just recently hosted one. That could be the main downside for Sweden, I feel like. The fact that they've just won last year. Well, 2 years ago. They hosted last year. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys thinking about this one. But exciting times, and we have a lot of good songs, which I feel like it's the most important thing. If you want to continue this journey with me, please do consider subscribing. If you appreciate my kind of analysis and reaction, do consider leaving a like. If you have any comments, please do comment them respectfully, of course. And if you want to become a member of this channel, you can join in the join button. We have a lot of more context to go. Okay, see you soon, guys. Bye.